People what?
Not expressing herself.
What's up, y'all? We new to this.
What's the deal? Oh yeah,
But
many times.
we new to this. My name's Nay,
I'm Reese.
and today we're gonna be talking about something. We're not gonna be eating. We're gonna come with the mukbangs and all that for y'all. But for right now, this is just a regular, specular video, okay? So, Bay, tell them what we're gonna be talking about today.
So what we're gonna be talking about today is basically people not really expressing themselves how they should. You know, talking about their problems and people holding back their feelings and not really saying anything and keeping things hidden inside.
Right.
So basically, we're going to be talking about things like that, things that that kind of helped us along the way, or that's kind of helping us now because we're still kind of going through that trying to transition. But that's pretty much it. So
You wanna start it off?
okay. Well, something I do, usually I'll take like walks or something like that. If I feel like if I can't talk to anybody, like if I feel like I can't really reach out to anybody, there's been a lot of people like at a young age who've always been told like, to keep quiet and shut their mouths and, stay to themselves. So that's how they grow up and that's what they become. They become real quiet into themselves. So like, I'm definitely one of the best examples to show that. But for the most part, you just realize it's not healthy. And you gotta start talking to people, especially if you want to get somewhere and start feeling better.
Right.
So, that's the most important thing. So like
Right. So basically, what I'm getting at is like we basically talk about depression and all that.
yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
like yeah.
For
So
the most part.
that's what it is. Me myself, I'm a person of depression, and I came a long way from. You know, I've been through a lot in my life, and what really helped me is God, honestly. Um, I was cutting myself a lot. Like I was really cutting myself all over my legs and everything, and my arms, and like, I was really like down bad, and I felt like there was nobody there for me or anything. So I would take a razor and cut myself because I felt like that was the only thing there for me to comfort me and make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all along it wasn't. It's not healthy at all. Like you know, um, I just want other people who are like us to be able to come out and like talk about their problems because um, it's really hard, like being a person of depression, anxiety, all that stuff. Like it's really hard, and I feel all of y'all's pain, but it's like get help before it's too late. Like because you never know. Like people like really do go crazy over this type of stuff because they feel like nobody's actually there to help them because nobody actually understands their pain. So why talk about your pain if you don't really understand? Nobody can understand it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just like what helped me a lot is like reading books. Like I'm a dancer. I like to dance. Like uh, you know, just like trying to stay out of my head and like do the right thing and open up to different type of things that I haven't done before. That really helped me and God especially because if I never gave all of it to God, then I don't know where I would be maybe dead. I don't know what happened.
My hands are super sweaty. Look at that. That's nasty.
Why are you sweating? Were you
I don't
nervous?
know. Yeah, probably.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
But yeah, like and some people they don't like therapy. Like me myself, I didn't like therapy because I didn't like talking to a complete stranger about my problems. Like other people, they think it helps because they rather talk to a stranger about their problems instead of talking to their family about their problems. I don't know. Everybody's different, but
Yeah, people
me,
got different reasons.
right? But like me myself, like I personally, it don't go for everybody, but I personally do not like therapists or therapy. really think it helps me in any kind of way. I had to get up and help myself. So
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, that's definitely a big thing. Just like get help or talk to somebody before it's too late, because you being hurt, not expressing it, you ball up, and then you just start hurting yourself. You know,
hey,
like everybody got their own different type of thing. Some people cut, some people scream, some people lash out. I punch walls. I Trust me, I got stories all over my body, hurting myself, harming myself. I even got recent stuff like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna show it because, you know what I'm saying,
right,
some people don't like seeing stuff like that, but,
right,
for the most part, I think for real, what helped me though the most to, pretty much get through it is just my attitude. Like I have this type of attitude that I formed where it's like, I start to care less about things. Like things start to, you know, affect me less. And plus, it might not work for everybody, but I also got a spouse. I got somebody who's there for me 24/7, somebody I can always talk to and express my feelings to. And, she gives me good advice, vice versa. And, we got each other to talk to. We're each other's therapists, honestly. But, sometimes maybe there's things that, we can't really, help each other with.
right,
That's why we try to give our best advice that we can, but, sometimes it might not always help. So, we're just trying to get into the, state where, we actually start talking about our problems with, like me, for instance, I got something coming up where, I'm starting to talk to therapists and go to physicians and everything and go get assessed and everything like that. The better me, and also, to better me, not just for me, but for us too. Because, we got a lot of plans in the future coming up ahead. School, building a family, getting a house. We got to do those type of things. And I want to make sure that I'm good and make sure that she's good, make sure we both got ourselves right
right.
before we take those big steps. We're still young. I'm 19, she's 18. We're birthday's next month, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Coming up in February, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just better to, stay positive and stay happy instead of just being negative all the time.
Right, and don't bottle up your feelings because that would really lead to something bad, like
definitely
suicide. Like me myself, I was there plenty of times. Like I was there about to take my life plenty of times, and I realized it's not worth it. It's not worth my life, and it's nothing but the devil trying to drag you down. Like literally, all them thoughts in your head telling you you're not worth it, you're worthless, you're not good enough. It's all lies. It's all the devil just talking to you in your ear and making you do what he wants you to do.
Yeah.
And I broke free from that. I broke free from all of that, and it's gotten better for me. Like I'm not like stuff still crosses my mind. I still get into little depressing moods. Like it takes time. You have to have patience for this type of like stuff. Like it's not easy. It's really not. And I don't mean to make it sound easy, but it's really not easy. Like you have to take baby steps, step by step with this type of stuff. Everybody's different. Um, like me, I don't like therapy. So if y'all don't think like if you don't think therapy helps, like try to do something that you never done, like you never opened up to do, like
step outside the box.
right, step outside the box, like do something different. Don't be like everybody else. Don't
That's definitely one of the biggest things too. Swear I was thinking about that. Like
yeah.
everybody, tries to fit in. Don't fit in. Be yourself because there's reasons why you're your own person. There's
Right.
reasons why everybody's not the same.
Right.
So don't try to be like the next person.
Right.
Be your own self because God put you on this earth for a purpose.
Right.
And if you're not being yourself, you're not fulfilling that purpose. So
Right.
maybe you're put on this earth to motivate other people. Maybe you're put on this earth to inspire people, things like that. Maybe you got something coming for you. You don't even know. Like you could have had dreams of being this and turn out to be this,
Right.
but it's only for the better. So, I think the best thing is just to do is just stay positive because it's a lot better when you're happy than fake happy. When you put that fake smile on your face, you put on that mask every time you go outside, you be around people, deep down inside you got this, your heart is like sunk down to your stomach. You feel, you know, not in the mood all the time. You know, that's not fun. You know, even though you know sometimes you like being in that mood, it's not always the best thing to do. You know, like myself, I used to always like being, you know, isolated. Like I always isolated myself. I will always be in a room by myself. You know,
Right.
I'd only talk to myself. You know,
Hey.
there's a lot of people that do that. That's a lot of that's things that kind of help me too. Like I talk with myself. Like I'd be my own friend. You know, I felt like I didn't need nobody else. You know, like
Right.
there's
But
a
you.
lot of there's a lot of things that tie into depression and make you feel the way that you feel like now. You know, it's
Right.
a lot of things that happen in your life from when you first born all the way up to your age, whatever age you are now. So you know,
Right.
the best thing to do is
Right.
just to talk about it and
And
express.
like and like if you know like for people who like been through stuff like deep stuff throughout their life, the biggest advice I could give you is to forgive whatever person or whatever has done to you. You know, just forgive, and that's the biggest step you have to take is forgiveness.
That don't mean you gotta like them. That don't mean you gotta
No,
have a relationship with them. Just
no,
forgive so it's off your chest.
just right.
All
Forgive for
that
you,
weight is off your shoulders and you
right,
feel better as a person. That way
right,
you
and
can
you could be able to move on with your life. You won't be tied to that anymore. As
exactly.
soon as you forgive, you'll be able to let go. You might not forget, but you can always let go. Like you tell them, like, listen, I forgive you, but you know, I forgive you for what you've done, and and I don't hate you. You know, it's no hard feelings. I'm just dusting my hands off with it, and so I can move on with my life. Tell them like I'm not forgiving you for you, like I'm forgiving you for me, like, and that's the big like that's I think in this generation that's the biggest problem is forgiveness because they like hold on to things like deep, and it's understandable, especially when you've been through deep stuff.
A
Like
hell of a
it's
lot.
not right. Like myself, I have, and it's not easy. It took me years. Right? It took me years to actually forgive those who done me wrong. Like and um, it was just like I mean, like I'm still learning as I go. I'm still young. I have a lot of learning to do. This is not just it. I'm pretty sure like that I'm going to be going through hell of a lot when I get older and older. By the as the time goes on, but like I just want people to know that it's okay to not be okay. Period. It's
Yeah,
okay. That's
that's
okay. But
definitely something.
don't hurt yourself not being okay. That's it. Like, don't hurt yourself. Like, if you feel like you gotta talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Like, or get a journal. A journal. Like, write your problems and like whatever that's bothering you every day, even if it's every day or every other day or every once a week, whatever. Just write in your book and like whenever you like and then when you get to the point where you're better and you're better and you're ready to move on from that, you can look back at that book and be like, wow, like from I was there, now I'm here. Like that's a big step. And then you know what you do with that book? You burn it. You burn it. You burn it because you burn all all the strings attached. You burn them all. Like you don't want none of that coming back to your life. None of it. You burn the book so that you can be able to move on with your life.
Just don't burn it in the crib.
No,
Just
don't burn it in the house.
don't do that. Burn it
Especially
outside.
gas.
And if you don't got paper, if you can do stuff like that, just write it on the walls.
Right.
Write it on the walls. You know, use anything that you can just express yourself. But like
Don't
one,
matter what you can do. Like if you can express yourself through dance, through art, like through all types of different stuff. You can even express yourself through math. Like for real, I've seen people do that. Like like whatever makes you happy, and then what my whole point is like, whatever makes you super happy that you stop doing. I think you should go back to that. What made you happy?
Yeah, get back to that person that you know. Don't lose yourself trying to, be there for everybody else, especially if they're not there for you. If they're not giving you the same, respect or the same energy, stop wasting your time.
Right.
Don't do that. But one thing I do want to say is that we're not perfect.
At all.
We're not perfect. Just because we're sitting here, trying to, give you guys advice and everything like that. We're going through our own stuff still. Still
Still.
to this day. We was going through stuff when we met each other. We only been together for what, about like
Almost 5 months.
5 months now?
Almost 5
And
months.
we've been through a hell of a lot. Still going through a hell of a lot. Jumping from house to house, not a stable place to stay and everything, trying to scramble up money just to get by day to day. Like the only thing I got to my name is the clothes on my back. And
Right.
I'm
Same.
I'm not satisfied with it, but I know for right now that's just what it's gonna have to be.
Right.
I don't stop myself and just be like, okay, this is it. I continue to push, looking for things to do, working and everything like that. And that's just the best thing to do instead of just staying in the crib all day. Because another thing is, you sitting in the house all day with nothing to do. What's the only thing you won't be able to do? Think.
Think
Just
and
sit around and
overthink.
think. Yes, and you start to overthink, and that's when you start to get in your head,
And that's
and you
when
get in your mode. You feel certain types of ways, and that's when you get back in your depression. You get back in
right.
your mode, and you just
You
be
don't want to
sitting
do
there.
that. Like you don't. Like it's not with our situation right now. It's not easy, but like we want to be. We want to help people who don't know how to help themselves. Basically,
Like us.
yeah. Like we don't know how. We don't either, but we just feel like we could be a blessing to somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Like we can help them through whatever they need help with. Like if anybody needs to talk or anything, they can always DM us. Our DMs are always open.
Or comment on a video. We definitely book at it.
Yeah, comment.
Speaking of depression and everything like that, speaking of this whole topic, I just want to say happy birthday to X because he definitely helped out a lot of people too. I'm saying with stuff like this, that's for our favorite artists,
Yeah.
always been. I'm saying we ain't one of them bandwagon type people. We've been listening to this dude before even anybody knew about him for real. Like
Right.
when he first came out of jail, I'm saying, and he was, side by side with Ski Mask. You feel me? I'm saying, but for the most part, it's just, you just gotta find, if you feel like you can't express yourself or, talk to somebody, things you can do, just start finding your own ways to start coping with it. It's never going to be easy. It's not easy, especially at first, but once you start, feeling yourself get more positive each day, you start changing your mindset, you start going out doing different things, you're going to start feeling a lot better. And that's the thing that, we're trying to get, other people to do because that's what we're trying to do with ourselves. And we realize there's a whole lot of people out here that's going through the same thing we is. But it's like some people don't ask for help and, like they don't want the help.
Or some people don't ask just because they don't know how.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how because they never talked to nobody before. Like
that's
him.
definitely me. That's definitely me.
It took me a while, like, to get him to open up to me, but I'm glad he did because, that gives me like gives me the chance to like help him. That gives me the chance to really get deep into his mind and his heart and know what's really up with him. He's not a bad person at all. He's the sweetest fucking person in the world. Excuse my French, but he really is. He's a sweetheart. I mean, we only been together for a short time, but it's like, and like at first, it was kind of hard, being that we was both broken and trying to make a relationship work, because it was like my problems and his problems and my problems and his problems, and they would affect like get in the middle of a relationship, you know. But we worked on that. We still are working on that, um, because we love each other and we were willing to do anything to stick by each other's side and help each other the best we can. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, like I love him, and that's my depressed baby. I love him.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of people too. Like if anybody ever tells you, you know, suck it up, don't cry, like for a male's perspective, I know how I grew up and I know how most black males grow up. You know, they're always told, oh, be tough, suck it up. You know, you could do that, but you know what I'm saying? It's like when people bash you about it, like especially when you're a young child, you know, if you really feel some certain type of way about something or something makes you, feel like this and you're upset, you're angry, you feel like snapping out, lashing out, and somebody, most people always telling you like, oh, suck it up, you're a boy, da 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 da. Like, don't listen to that. You know what I'm saying? Be your own person. If you feel like lashing out, lash out. If it's gonna make you feel like, you know, if it's gonna let you get that anger out, as long as you know, lash out the right way. Like, don't just go out like, just like